So I'm going to take a slight left turn with this next album.
Mhm.
This album first came out in 1962.
Love it. Love
Uh,
it.
it is Quincy Jones' Big Band Bossa Nova.
Wow.
And in all of the albums I was listening to, going, oh, that's a great one, or what about this one? I could have gone a lot of different ways, but when I
Mhm.
really drilled down, this was my top pick.
Fantastic. That's a huge, beautiful pick. Awesome.
It if you haven't ever listened to this, definitely check it out.
Hmm.
Um, I think I found this because I had been listening to some album or other on iTunes. The album ends, they start playing things in the algorithm, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And the songs I'm listening to are ending. Boogie Bossa Nova comes on. I only
Hmm.
knew it in the context of Absolute Beginners,
Hmm.
which is a movie from the 80s, but Gil Evans did the music to it. So it's
Hmm.
got a lot of jazz standards as part of the soundtrack played by various artists and things, as well as new pop songs and David Bowie and stuff. Actually a really great soundtrack. But I
Yeah.
had never really heard it outside of this context. And it was the Quincy Jones version, which made me
Hmm.
curious. So I get the album and then blew my mind because the first track on the album is Soul Bossa Nova, which
Hmm.
people our age, maybe a little older or younger, will know as the
Hmm.
Austin Powers theme. And I didn't, it's that great dance sequence in the
Hmm.
beginning. It became a
Hmm.
little bit synonymous with Austin Powers. And again, sometimes in pop culture, something can be really great, but its greatness almost overshadows,
Yeah.
it becomes almost a
The
parody of
original.
itself. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
it becomes about the greatness and not about what you're looking at. And
Hmm.
so it blew my mind because So Bossa Nova is a joyful song.
Hmm.
It is every bit as like dreamy and from
Hmm.
another time stream and
Hmm.
groovy and just and such a feel good song.
Hmm.
And it is from 1962.
I love it.
This genius of a man, like I was
Hmm.
like like he heard notes in different dimensions, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's so brilliant in general. Quincy Jones, he had a career scoring soundtracks like The Italian Job. And then he,
Hmm.
got into the studio and started producing, Michael Jackson and people. Like his
Hmm.
career is so amazing. And here he is orchestrating mostly standard bossa nova tunes with a big band in the background. So it is
Hmm.
just this full sound. It is upbeat. It is a relentless album.
Hmm.
Not again, not every a couple of them he slows it down, but when you get to he does a cover of On the Street Where You Live from My
Hmm.
Fair Lady. That
Hmm.
is a freight train of a song. And then we get to the end of the album with, and I might need your help here because I know you
Yeah.
speak Portuguese.
Hmm.
Chega de saudade,
Chega de saudades.
saudades.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, which is again a bossa nova standard. It
Hmm.
literally translates to no more blues.
Hmm.
And usually there's a dreamy, sort of slow, very bossa
Yeah.
nova, lackadaisical quality to the song. But he is just like, no, there's no more blues.
Yeah. I
um,
beseech you.
you are not going to be sad when you listen to this version. Again, it's on my
Yeah.
running mix.
Yeah. It's
It's
fantastic.
and I'm
Oh
like,
God.
it puts me in a place where I just want to be in a ballroom dancing to this song. Yeah, it's an incredible album.
Yeah, it's I'm embarrassed to say that I did not know about this album. And I'm saying this being one, a jazz lover, a big band lover. I love like the sounds of Count Basie and Duke Ellington, that big band sound. I know a lot of Quincy Jones stuff. I know individually those songs, and also being kind of a Brasiliophile. Like I dated a woman from Brazil, and I learned Portuguese a little bit, and I know all of these jazz standards. And I knew Cel Bossa Nova was Quincy Jones. I didn't know that there was an album. So when I heard the entire album, I was like, holy shit, how do I not know this album with all of these standards on it that I've heard in different versions from Joe Beam and all of those guys? And I'm like, oh my God. So as soon as I started listening to it, I was like, you idiot, you missed an entire sort of thing. And what it reminds me of is like you mentioned, the genius of Quincy Jones, like he's all over the place. He reminds me of Herbie Hancock. One of my favorite Herbie Hancock albums. It's called Headhunters, and it's got a song called The Watermelon Man on it that also has that collage of Brazilian sounds and really great funk beat, and like you said, like with Quincy Jones, like where does he get these ideas and notes and all that stuff? It's the same thing with Herbie, and Herbie and Quincy have obviously been together and done stuff together. So like this album, as soon as I heard it, I was like, thank you, Tess, because this was missing from my knowledge base of music.